Good evening, guys. Good evening, ladies. We're just about to get started here. Strap yourselves in for the final round here at Monza for the Fanatec GT Challenge. Welcome, everybody. It is round 12 of the iRacing Fanatec GT Challenge here at the Nacional Monza circuit. Probably butchered its name, but what would you expect from us? Season 4 is coming to an end of 2020, and it'll now be, in a few days' time, Season 1 2021. Gonna be weird. I hope everybody is doing safe and well at home. And just look at the shots. Look at the shots. It's just As always, I am joined by Craig King. Craig, how are we?
Good evening, Rob. A little bit worried. We got a little bit too excited over that camera. By the way, provided by TrackCams22.com. Thank you very much for using the cameras again. I'll just let you have your moment while I just talk to everybody about the Autodromo Nazionale Monza. We came here last season. Bit of a difference because last season, a bit of a challenge for the drivers. No first chicane. Well, this season, let's put back in the first chicane. Let's have a bit more fun. Let's have a bit more, I'd say, chaos, as everyone knows what you expect around Monza. And of course, it's qualifying at the moment, so nothing really happening. We have a strong 29-car field. To bid adieu to the broadcasts for this season. There's only one day left after today, and then we say goodbye to 2020 season 4. And, well, to be fair, the whole of the 2020 season for iRacing. So, just quickly, as you'd expect, Pole at the moment is not the number 1 car, but it is the number 2 car of Americ Blom. It's Eduardo Mortara. I wonder why number 1 car is Eduardo Mortara. Welcome once again to the series. But currently P6 on his second lap moment. But like I said, Americ Blom currently leading the charge with a very, very challenging to 142.623.
It is also going to be interesting to see how this stacks up, because we've got Mortara, Moraine, Godefroy, Reitmuller, Raznahora, Hopp, Manetri, Blom, we've got the big boys, and we also got War Cup. He is one of three GT1s of the big B8 motor.
And actually, to be fair, the Corvette would think would be the better of the freaks. Motara just blinking as I'm just watching him cross the line. Just want to see what he does on this second lap. The 1:42.877, so he gets up to 3. Actually matching Menentri's time. When you look at it, it's almost matching Menentri's time. So just missing out on the front row. I'm not sure if it will help him or not. I'm just trying to think, especially around Monza, that you might struggle. But GT2s still driving around at the moment, and the Paceworks esports car of Daniel Crossley, he's already in pole by a blistering time, almost 7/10 of a second up at the moment. He doesn't really need to set this lap. He's been really dominant in the Ford right now, but he crossed the line. 1:47.170. Sorry, yes, he was faster. I was reading off his last lap, so almost over a second faster than P2, which is Fabrice Nadouin.
Fabrice Nadouin setting the pace for second place, and then we have 3 left, oh no, 4 left, 5 left to do their qualifying. 4 now. Sylvain Moraine just jumped up to 6th position. Robert Murphy, Javier Mosquera, and Engelgear, all 3 of them still need to set a lap time before too long, and they'll be... Where is Big Man Dan actually? Where's Dan Muller? Where's Muller?
No Dan Muller today. Andre Kubo just crosses the line, and another invalid lap there. So he's the last car out on track. Oh, after Mosquera. Mosquera is going to be the last car to set a lap, I think. Oh no, Robert Murphy's out.
Engelgear will have will be the last person to set a lap.
Mosquera doesn't go faster though. But Murphy and Engler, are they going to make it in time? They should.
Yeah, they have 40 seconds. I mean, they will.
The skin of their skinnies in teeth. Robert Muller will be the first one to go by. The setup for iRacing Ford, a 1:48.372. That's an early braking. I didn't realize he had to brake that early in the Ford. Maybe just getting some laps around. We'll just see. May not be a faster lap, but who knows? If he will.
No, he's pulling into the bits. He's not setting another lap. As is Engelgear is also doing the same thing. Oh, he's just driving through the pits at breakneck speed. Formula 1 90s. Hello.
That's NASCAR as well. NASCAR with no pit limits. So that's everybody who will setting a lap. So let's go over the results.
The qualifying results now. We have the big boys of Emeric Blom, Menetri, and Mortara setting 1, 2, and 3. And they will be, I would say, pleased, but at the very same time, it's going to be challenging with Hop, Razanahora, and Moraine. It's the VEC guys. They're getting in for one big blast. So it's Blom, Menetri, Mortara, Hop, Razanahora, Moraine, Razano, Godefroy, Warcup, Leslie, Reithmuller, Ali, Beetrup, DeVoe, Belorgi, Dickey, and Greiner. And that'll be for those that set lap times. And then we get into the GT2s. It is Crossley, Nadouin, or Nodin. Sorry. You're saying it wrong, by the way, Craig. I just realized that. Fabrice Nodin, Murphy, Mosquera, Engelgear, Philippe, Knight, and Savas K. That's a last name?
That's a last name. Also, just 4 non-qualifiers. 18th, 19th, and 20th will be Charles R. Lofton II, Andre Kurbel, and Jeff Best. And then in 29th will be Thomas Blankenship in the Fords. And
give us a flash, lads. If you hear us on the stream, give us a flash. Let's send out the last race. With good order, give us a flash.
Now you say that's a last name, that there is an image going around at the moment of a driver on the sim with the name James, John, Robert, Michael Smith, Johnson, Williams, Brown, Jr.
Somebody flash in the background. Somebody flash in the background. They hear us.
Right.
Well, it's still I mean, my buddy and pal Javier something Gonzalez 2. I forget what his middle. There's a middle name that he has, but
I forget. Yeah, but look at you were saying earlier. Just when you say it now, look at that sea of VCs.
They've looked at the top row,
yeah.
and then the second row, and then the third row,
and then the fourth as well.
No, they have one that's not. There's one there that's not on the fourth row. That's not or one on the fourth row that's not a VEC card. Goodness gracious, they're going through.
Well, Rob, we've come to the Sunday of week 12. So, for one last time this season, this is Raidillon TV, the only corner you need. Monza with the Fanatec GT Challenge. Rob, I'll give you the honour of doing it for one last time as they're coming to the Parabolica.
For one last time in Season 4 2020, the VEC gang will lead them around Parabolica. And then it is a sprint race, essentially, to the first chicane. The hope is that absolutely none of them will feel the burn of somebody breathing down their neck coming into the first chicane. Car number 2, Americ Blom, will lead them off. Let's see what he can do. And I can just hear in the distance. They're speeding up. Green flag racing for the final time this season. 30 minutes of racing begins now. As the timer ticks down from 30 minutes, Americ Blom has just charged ahead with Manetri. It's just a VEC guys going to the first corner. That's Eduardo Mortar on the inside, overtaking Fabian Manetri. Ooh, he's actually been overtaken. He was about to be overtaken by Jeremy Hopp. Everybody's through. A few stragglers going on around the outside, but all doing very well. And oh my goodness gracious, that is Razan O'Hora being hounded by his teammate Sylvian Moraine coming into the second chicane. He doesn't actually do anything. He just sees it on the inside, and that is Rosano going down. No, that's not Rosano. That's Godefroy losing a position to Rosano, and that is Razan O'Hora losing a position. And you can just see the sea of GT1s going around. Rosano is the sole outlier in this top 8 right now. There's seven pieces.
Manetri had a little bit of damage to the back of that. Rosano is really the one on his own at the moment as Mortara just blows away with Blom. A quick rundown of the GT2s, and it's practically no change. There's only one overtake at the moment, and that's Sarvaz K overtaking Edward Knight. So those guys are all going on. In fact, Crossley has almost put a second lead on Nolden. Just holding on there. Norden and Murphy is the battle at the moment. It's all bunched up at the moment. We're expecting that for the next 28 minutes, to be fair. As you see Jeremy Hopp right now. Now, I'm also looking at Mortaro with a 0.4 gap to Blom. Does he have the chance now? It's 0.3. It's 0.2. He might try to look side by side here. He might try to go for late braking. In fact, he just lifts and waits. So, very good move. Patience there from the Formula E driver. Comes around the first chicane.
Wait, is Moraine a Formula E driver?
No, Mortara.
Oh, I thought you were saying. I thought you said Moraine initially. I was like,
no, it's Mortara.
I was like, I can't remember Moraine being the Formula E driver. Actually, that's a good point to talk about. Formula E. What will happen to it?
It's still going. It's still going.
Yeah, but I mean, two major powerhouses of like the manufacturers, Audi and BMW, pulling out next year. What will happen?
Reifmüller's had a very slow second chicane, and Duval there looked like he was trying to make a move. But no, we've got an accident. We've got an accident on the straight after Curva Grande, and that is Ramis Grenier and Charles R. Lofton. Grenier just moves over and catches Lofton. Massive impact, and Lofton's car's got no wheels. Got nothing left on it.
Lofton on the inside of... That is Rasmus. Oh my goodness!
very weird move and heavy impact there for Lofton. And the car is absolutely done. There's no coming back from that. We talk about 3 wheels on his wagon. Well, there's no wheels on that wagon anymore.
Oh, crikey. And yikes. And you can see the new damage model. Yeah, the right wheel, that ain't existing anymore. That's bouncing around.
I mean, it's a good thing it's not an F1 car because the tethers would have probably snapped off. By the way, that battle with Reifmüller and Duval, just watching it right now, it looks like Duval may want to make a move coming into the first chicane, but he decided against. Oh, that's a weird one. He could have got side by side with Reifmüller, and in a sprint race like the GT Challenge, you've got to take every advantage, and decided against it. The Hexa car here, I think it's just a replica of a current Aston Martin livery, so on a classic car, but he had a chance to go side by side with Duval, but decided against it. Not sure why.
He might not try and do it in the first chicane because he can compromise yourself coming up to the second chicane.
Well, I'll tell you who has made a move in the first chicane. Robert Murphy has now taken P2 in the Ford. He's got past the Fries Norden. I've said that wrong again. But Murphy continues now and has extended his lead to extended his gap to the race to half a second as Crossley continues to push on forward and just continues. Still the front two, Blom and Mortara. Gap is now 2.5 from those two to P3, which is Jeremy Hopp. And we don't usually talk about Jeremy Hopp being that far behind.
He might have. Oh my! Did you just see the shot? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait a minute, is that 8? Oh, hang on. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that 8 BCs?
There might be 8 BCs. There is 8 BCs, and they're all in the top 8.
And the French national anthem will now play.
Don't need to hear the French national anthem twice when the VEC guys are out dominating the field. Always supporting the series once again. Thank you very much.
That is Fabian Menentri under threat, and he's actually very much under threat. That is Federico Rosano taking 6th position away from Fabian Menentri. He wants to spoil this Apple car. He's loving this. Charging forward in the number 10 car. He's now charging towards Sylvain Moraine. He's looking to see if he can upset the Apple car even further. That is Fabian Menentri and Alexander Godefroy in the background as we just murdered a... well, not murdered, but we just whacked the camera into one of the marshals, and that is Menentri giving up the position to his teammate Alexander Godefroy. You have the chance, son. I need to sit behind you and get some slipstream because he's got quite a bit of front-end damage on that car. I think that was his contact with his teammate, I think.
Yeah, start the race. That was contact with his teammate as we were watching earlier on, Mortara. I always look, and I don't know why, like, because you just never expect a move going down into the final part of the track. The corner name has lost my mind at the moment.
Roberto Di Filippi. He's having issues. Oh, crikey! That's the car 26. Urban Servas. You didn't have to do that, son. He missed his braking point. He lost control.
That's a lot of damage.
That is...
car, it's going to fall off, isn't it? It's going to fall off at some stage. It's sure.
Roberto Di Filippi. That was a misjudged braking point. He wasn't able to do anything, unfortunately. And
right,
yeah, that damage to his rear end. Just look at it. It's like somebody took a pretzel cutter to it.
A pretzel cutter?
I mean, such a thing exists, right? Right?
No.
Google it. Google it. If I'm right, I get a cookie. Do it.
Okay. You got a pretzel cookie cutter.
Oh, hang on a minute. That's Fabian Menentri facing the wrong way. He's lost it coming into the chicane. Into the second chicane, in fact. Oh, the car. Oh. The car just didn't like that. He just went, nope, I'm not having that. A replay of that. Oh no, the trees! The trees, no, they obscure it. Well, actually, it's probably a good idea that they obscure it, because it's such a sad sight to see, because there's not much he could do. The car's already just decided it for him. He's already going around. It's just a case of where the car finishes up, or where the car lands. Eduardo Mortara is now challenging Emeric Blom for the lead. He is, well, he's closing right up. That is 0.3 of a second, and he matched both of them matched the lap times of each other on that last lap. And now, just as we came across the line, Eduardo Mortara is now a 10th faster. So this will, I think this will be the one that will decide. Oh, I was wondering if Eduardo Mortara would have overshot the first chicane. He didn't. And then we have the battle for the last podium finish. It's, I will curse him, definitely going to be a VEC 1-2-3. The question is which?
It's going to be a VEC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but which of the 7 VECs is it going to be? Sorry.
Some of these VECs are not like the others.
Paris Norden, by the way, is still continuing to catch up to Robert Murphy after losing that position, and Murphy will have to be on the defense coming into the first chicane.
Oh,
so close
the
to touching.
Fords are, look at the, when you're looking at them dead on, they're squirreling under braking to make that first chicane. Like, you can see the car, it's just, it is not settled whatsoever. It looks like it's about to kill you every time you even look at the brake pedal. And the flash of lights signaling Fabrice Nodden definitely wants to get ahead. But he's got Davy Engelger behind him, just sitting and waiting in his cyan on black Ford GT2 as they come through. Oh, I was about to say Lesmo. I don't think that is Lesmo. I think
it is Lesmo.
It is Lesmo. Hey, I got it right. Lesmo 1 and 2.
You can tell we're having a mind blank today. Watching just quickly while you're on that, it looks like it's going to be an overtake for P3 in the GT1s. And Razan Ohura gets past Jeremy Hopp, and that is vital for him because I think he might have the pace. It was a 10th of a second faster last lap, so he might have the pace, but of course, he's then got to make sure he defends his teammate Hopp. Meanwhile, like you were saying, back into that battle, and Robert Murphy's gone off. As we went away, Robert Murphy's gone off. And that's Ascari. Oh, he's lost it. He's lost the car at Ascari. Clips the grass on the exit and into the wall, I think. I think he got away
from
with it.
Second to 5th. The Ford claims un. Oh. He did not go into the wall. He kept it out.
Yeah, like even Bass in chat is saying, the Ford is a little bit sketchy this week. There has been words of these Fords, but every week is a challenge for these cars as well. Sarvat K in the pits as well. Did a couple laps ago, and he's now retired the car. But now that means it's Norden and Engele in the battle for P2 and 3. Meanwhile, at the front, you've still got Blom and Mortara battling there, battling. Mortara's just waiting, really. When is he going to make the move? 18 minutes left. 11 laps to go. When does he make the move? He's got all the time in the world. It's not going to be a fuel battle. It's just the battle of really just saving the tyres as he blinks on my screen.
Yeah, I was about to say, please, we just curse him. Let's not have this. I mean, you can just see him. We're on Emeric Blom's car, looking backwards. He looks like he wants to set it up, and he's just like, I feel like he's testing the waters just a little bit, just to see if he can make the move on that inside. If he was a 10th further up the road towards pretty much the rear end bumper to bumper of Blom, he could make it. Oh, he's still looking like he wants to do it. Like he gives the impression that I'm gonna do it, and then he doesn't. I think it's some psychological warfare going on right now between the VEC guys, because they're just going, I wonder if I can make this car stick here. Do you want to test it out?
really is a challenge when you think about it, because where do you go? And There is a lapped car there. That's Jeff Best, the number 29 car, just pulled over to one side and get that position. Well, lets them get that position, by the way. Down into Ascari, and again, Mortara. I'm not going to question a man that does this for a living, but maybe he lifted a bit too early before braking there, because he lost 0.2 of a second doing that. But like I said,
oh, is that the Mr. Bean helmet I'm seeing?
He doesn't, does he?
Oh no, I think he does. I think that's the Mr. Bean helmet on Javier Mosquera's helmet.
Oh, Mosquera's helmet. Sorry.
Oh, it is. Oh, it is. Less of that.
Oh, it is. Oh,
Less
yep. Oh, Moraine, Razanahora and Hop, a free-car battle right now. And I'm just watching this as Razanahora uses fleets to his advantage for draft. Moraine gets away from it, so doesn't get any draft. Hop looks like he wants to make a move on Razanahora, cannot make it, but that's Razanahora spun. He's spun 180 degrees. He's going to have to wait for everybody, and it doesn't help when you've got Jeff Best, who's also gone off. So he's got nowhere to go.
And he's spun.
Go to the... You knew where I was going
and
with that.
He spun his pizza 180 degrees. And he literally can't move. Oh, the car 29, unfortunately, just... Jeff Best, he's having to slam his brakes as well, because he's just like, oh my goodness gracious, there's another car right there. I thought I had a run up. No. But they all make it out. All of them make it out with it. Too much bravado. Unfortunately, the bravado ends for Razanahora. He's down in 9th position, chasing Stefan Leslie of Fix Sim Racing. So now it's breaking down into battle. We have another battle for 3rd, and we still have that battle for 2nd or for 1st. But it's different people now. And look at this. Federico Rosano, he's broken into the top 5. And look at this. He's chasing down the boys. The boys with the BEC toys.
It's going to be hard for him to chase them down, because you've got Hop and Moraine in front. They will have slipstream. And it goes to the question, how much are those two battling going to affect them? That's going to be one to keep an eye out on, because that might help Rosano get through in the Seclania Endurance Motorsports car as they continue on. And again, I say it again for like the 9th time this race, into the first chicane, Mortara does not go for the move on Blom. You got to think that he's just waiting, because he hasn't been close. Where do you decide to put it side by side and make the move? It's going to be interesting. But what's interesting as well is Blom he's understanding that he's in control. No time has he decided, Mortara's coming for me, I better get defensive. If he went defensive there in the 2nd chicane, he might be losing his place. If he went defensive in the 1st chicane, he's going to have a sketchy chicane. So he's not putting himself on the defense. He's just allowing Mortara to do whatever Mortara wants to do right now. As Mortara blinks again, I think we're up to 4 times now on the ticker for that. Continuing down the hill, and they will hit Ascari. And again, he lifts, he brakes, and it's good method. If this was an hour-long race, you'd say he's giving room and saving fuel. Yeah, he's giving room, but you don't need to save fuel here. It's more of a tyre saving. And I don't think he'll be able to make a move this lap anyway, because Blom's about to get some slipstream from Thomas Blankenship. We haven't talked a lot about these GT2s, but not much is going on with these GT2s apart from that issue with Robert Murphy, who has recovered slowly. He's now P5.
We have the battle between Davi Angelgeir and Fabrice Dodden. Still happening. He's still hanging around the rear end of the car number 14, the car 25 is, and he's just there going, I'd like to see what we can do in terms of getting past this guy. He is actually starting to do the same thing that Eduardo Mortara is doing, where he's sneaking a look. He's just going, Is that Fabrice nodding in my front view
Side.
there?
Yeah,
yeah, front view there. You know, just I like your paint job, but I would also like it in my rearview mirrors.
Did you see how wide?
He
Sorry,
did.
Did you see how wide Norden went there? It almost looked like he was going to go off. And I was worried there for a moment he would have hit one of those sausages. And it's really, really disrupted its flow right now. This puts Davi into contention. And there's a saying that came from Australia, force the issue. Yeah, I think England might be starting to force the issue here because Norden is starting to struggle. That one mistake and the momentum has gone away. And now they're going to be bumping the bumper, and Angela doesn't want to wait for the slipstream. He wants to put his car on the inside right away, and it's going to be a drag race down to the first chicane between Engler and Norden. And it looks like it's going to be Davi who's going to take this. He's now led the charge. We pulled out right in front there of Norden, but makes the move stick. That could have been dangerous. Makes it stick. He gets P2. A great drive there. Great little move. And Norden is now on the attack.
Just to replay exactly how that transpired, you can just see them going into the first chicane side by side, and then, ooh, I thought he was actually going to go into the wall there, if I'm being honest, because the 25 car looked like it was about to squirrel uncontrollably, and then just the back end would just jackknife. But he manages to keep it together, and he's kept it together. Oh, no, he didn't. He's lost the position again. What happened? Oh, Fabrice Nodden on the inside of the second chicane returns the revenge of the fixed racing car.
But, oh, no, they touched it to Lesmo. They touched it to Lesmo 1. And Mosquera's gone past both of them. Angalera is waiting for Norden. He's going to get the position back, I think. That was very weird. They both lost the position as Mosquera.
Oh.
Gets P2, and yeah, there we go. Angela does let Norden take the position. Unfortunately, they both lost the position there. But some good respect for Davi to say, take it.
Unfortunately, I think it was just Engelgear was focusing too hard on the rear end of Nodden's car, and then saw that Lesmo 2 was coming up, and then it was just like, oh my goodness gracious, I've missed it all. Oh no. And then yeah, that's exactly. Uh-oh.
Fabrice, don't blink.
Fabrice blinked for more than a second. Usually that means that there's a... Ooh, it's fine now. We do have a... You said that Federico Rosano would have to put in good efforts to get back to the... catch up to the rear end of Sylvia Moran. What's that on my screen? It's a gap of half a second.
Yeah, sorry, let me just adjust my glasses for long range and not short range. But he's in the slipstream. 9 minutes remaining, and he's now on... Well, I would say he's on the back of Moraine, but he's in the slipstream, and that's all you need around Monza. So, wow, what a drive up the field for Rosano. The lone man in the top 5 now, or top 8, that isn't a VEC car, and doing fantastic. And again, if they just keep bunching up, he might put himself in there, and it might be a VEC sandwich.
And well, they don't want the 1, 2, 3 to be disrupted. I know the 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. So I think the commentator's curse is actually working against us right now, because we're doing the exact thing that we're saying. If this definitely won't happen, it definitely will happen. So I'll just make sure my commentator's curse is in check.
I predict that Motaro will not win the race.
Okay, now you just...
Oh, no. No, it's all gone wrong for Robert Murphy. It's all gone wrong for Robert Murphy. He goes for an overtake into Lesmo 2 on Engelgear, loses the car, and Engelgear's got nowhere to go and drives right into the back of Murphy. Nowhere for Engelgear to go there. And there's much damage to the front of Engelgear.
Oh, sorry. No, Engelgear scraped the inside of Lesmo 1. They were side by side into Lesmo 2. And oh, yeah, you just... There's nothing that he could have done. There's nothing that either of them could have done, because that back end just went. It just went. Just look at this. As he's coming in, and he touched the grass, and around he goes, and then ooh, the back end is just presented there for him to just oof himself into. But that is major damage on particularly Robert Murphy's car. His rear end is gonna be feeling that. Like, especially the rear right. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's actually both sides that have got good amounts of damage. So
yeah, I'm trying to work out why he's got so much to his right side when he wasn't hit on the right side.
yeah, he was hitting left. Oh, do you know what I just said? I said his rear end will feel.
Oh, Rob. Oh, Rob.
Innocent boy says something very silly, but very entertaining at the same time.
Right, let's just give a quick shout out to Damien Duval. A quick shout out to Damien Duval, by the way. Started 14th, up to 7th. You don't gain 7 places in a Fanatec GT race easily. So that's a fantastic performance by him at the moment. Doing well at the moment. He's battling against Godefroy just in the slipstream. That's all you want. And apart from Razan O'Hora, everybody's in little groups at the moment. 2x2, 2x2, 2x2. As you've got Rosano and Moraine, you've got Hop on his own. Then you've got Motara and Blom at the front. Hop's on his own. But then Moraine, Rosano, Godefroy Duval, Razan O'Hora is on his own. Leslie Walker. So,
and Daniel Crossley is on his own. Look at him. He's doing very well for himself. The lead of... He's 17 seconds... Oh, no. He's even more than 19. That now. 19 seconds ahead of everybody else in his class. And he's got a... Oh, no. He's got Felipe to lap ahead of him. He's just coming up to him now. But doing very well, Daniel Crossley is right now. Keeping his car straight and on the narrows. He actually posted the fastest... Yes, he did. I was just trying to make sure that I was not going to have to correct myself. He did post the best lap of GT2 so far. Of a 1:47.560. He's been a second faster than anybody else in GT2 in that last lap. He did a 1:48.736. Next fastest car is actually a toss-up between Javier Mosquera and Fabrice Nauden. But he's putting in good laps out there, and he's looking very flat, as in like he's very it's a much more stable car looking, especially coming through Ascari. Comparative to what I've seen in the other cars, he's doing very well.
He knows you're talking about him. He knows you're talking about a little bit of a weave there. Continues to go on, but you can see he might have realised you were talking about him. He took a little bit of a weave down to the back straight.
Look, Daniel, if you can hear us, just blink your lights. I know you can do it. I'll be watching.
The Paceworks Esports car there with a very nice livery, and he is watching.
he is. Yeah, but like compared, like if we look at this. Hang on, let's actually do a replay of him going into that section just now. If we can do that really quickly, you see the flash of the lights. Looking at how he brakes now. That car looks a lot more stable than I've seen the other cars around here.
It is very... And look at it. Goes around chicane very easily.
I mean, it's still a Ford, so it's still probably kill you. But at the very same time, his Ford... Look, the Ford's just... I have bad memories of Fords, alright?
Alright.
I remember Le Mans 2019.
Alright. Can't hurt you anymore. Meanwhile, Motara. Aguara Motara. That's who I'm talking about right now. Razan O'Hora looks like he's alright. Motara. Every time he comes close to overtaking Blom, he knows that he can put his car side by side and he'd have to go into the braking. He then just backs off. And I'm not sure why. Right, they've got Javier Mosquera inheriting P2. They're coming up beside him. There won't be a bookmark. It's very rare you lap almost the entirety of the GT2 field in one of these 30-minute races. But with 2:48 remaining, there's going to be 2 laps left. Motara's got to start making a move, and is he looking for just the late move? I've seen it with Josh Rogers, the famed VRS driver and Coanda driver. I've seen it with Josh Rogers. Just waits until the last moment. Is that what Motara's going to do? Does he know that if he gets an early overtake, Blom will go for it during the slipstream and the drafting? We'll wait and see. The gap is 0.3. If you are somebody, you should be doing it right now.
I think he is. I think he is pulling this card. I think he is just trying to say to... Oh, here we go. Here we go. Eduardo Mortara has struck with 2 laps to go. He has struck with precision. What an overtake that was, just coming down. I was thinking he'd let the acceleration pedal go. And
very interesting to see.
And the battle begins. And the battle begins.
The battling begins. And you can see Mortara wanted to go on the inside and defend. He could not. So round 2 goes to Merrick Blom. But you can tell now, Mortara is putting the heat on. A little bit dust kick up coming out of the chicane there for Blom. Now Mortara's never had a really good section out of the second chicane. And then he comes around here. An off track there for Blom. Maybe one for Mortara. And then he comes through Lesmo 2. And he's back on pace. And he's not had that good section there earlier in the race. Then he gets back into it. The good slipstream, as we were just saying, he'd get there. So, 0.3 of a second. He might be able to make that move stick again. It just all comes down to, can he get the pace out of the chicane? We'll wait and see. Comes down to Ascari, the gap is 0.4. But this is where I was talking about just before. This is the corner that you would want to be making the move, but he's too far away. Blom realizes that he has to start getting defensive. Now he's looking on the inside, and he cannot wait because Roberto needs to be there quicker than he ever has been because Merrick needs slipstream.
Yeah, but you only get slipstream for a section of it. He only gets slipstream coming out of the slingshot, and Eduardo Mortara will have it essentially all the way down through the start-finish straight, and it is the final lap. Crikey. This is going to be one heck of a lap. Let's see how it plays out. That is Mortara sending it. He did send it on the inside. He's missed it though. He's missed his chance. He made a mistake, but did
the kick up though. Blom kicked up. The back of Blom's car spun away. He could have had a good lead there. Could have Blom, but Mortara just gets lucky as Blom spins the back wheel. They're going to go side by side into the second chicane. Statistically, it's better to be on the outside, not the inside. Who's going to get this first? It looks like Mortara will give it up to Blom. He does, but slow in, fast out. Doesn't lose a lot of time. Lesmo 1 coming up, so we're not going to see any overtake per se here. Just stay on the back and wait. He comes through 1. Now Lesmo 2 breaks at the 50 board. He waits, he's fine. Gap is still 0.2, you'll see on the screen shortly. They come now down the hill, under the oval. What can they do? You can see Blom's on the defense. Mortara's got a lot more speed. They'll be side by side going in to Ascari. And again, Mortara has to yield. He tried to turn in. Blom was there. These are the final corners now of the season. Blom, Mortara, is it going to be a Josh Rogers? Blom knows that he's weaving. He's trying to break the toe. He's trying to be defensive. Mortara's going to go for that last move. They're going to go side by side into the final corner. And Mortara's got the inside. Blom will have to try the over-under. And he fights back side by side almost, but he hasn't got it. The grip's not there. He'll try the over-under, but there's no slipstream. Blom and Mortara in a sprint to the finish. It's going to be Eduardo Mortara with a Merrick Blom to take P2 as they came around the Parabolica. That was oh so close.
It was a mistake to do the weave. I think he messed up a little bit. No! What's happened? That's Federico Rosano. He's taken P4 away.
No, he hasn't. He's still P4.
No, he took away. He took a P. He gained a position away from Moraine. What happened? Moraine's got some extreme front end damage. What's happened to him?
It looks like this happened a lap previous, or maybe more.
No, on this lap. The mistake happened on this lap. I think it was when... Yes, I am definitely sure. Watch this. Oh! He hit the rear end of Javier Mascara. I think.
Yeah, he did. He already lost a position, however. I did notice that position was lost. I gotta say, it's nice that you've managed to pick up cameras just quickly there of the VEC guys.
Just to say, Daniel Crossley is about to cross the start-finish line. Started in P1. He's finished in P1. He drove an absolutely spectacular race, just putting in them laps. To borrow a phrase, he was grinding them laps hard, and he flashed his lights as he crossed the line. He'll be the race winner.
Is that a car on its roof?
What?
Robert Murphy.
Oh dear.
Oh, he did it himself. It was self-inflicted. It was self-inflicted.
Hang on. What happened here?
Excuse me, iRacing?
Okay, so this is this is Robert Murphy you're seeing on your screens. This is about 15 seconds now before he actually went topsy-turvy and is on his roof. Hang on,
Yeah,
what?
I've had enough.
Oh.
And
ooh. Oh dear.
The slow-mo with that camera from trackcams22.com showing how the nose gets caught in the barrier and just flips it and just twists it around. Like you said, a pretzel.
And let's actually just look at the VC guys doing their thing. Just a consort of DBR9s. Give us a flash, boys. Give us a flash. And that is the end of Season 4, 2020. It's weird. But that's it.
What's weird? That's it? That's it. I know. Just a quick rundown, of course. Matara winning the race. Americ took P2. Jeremy Hopp finished third. Rosano was fourth, splitting the entire VEC field. Damien Duval came... Moraine came fifth. Duval came sixth. He also came and split things up. Godefroy seventh. Razanahora eighth. Walkup ninth. Leslie 10th. Reifmuller 11th. Bulorgi 12th. Stami Beitel 13th. Fabian Manentry fell down to 14th after the accident. And MB Dickey 15th. Quickly over the Fords, where everybody finished a lap down apart from Daniel Crossley. He was so far ahead they couldn't lap him. He finishes the race and wins the race for the GT2. Javier Mosquera finishes P2. Norden was third. Engelgear was fourth. Murphy was fifth. Those three having a great battle. It's a shame it ended up how it did. Blankenship was sixth. Knight was seventh. Phillips was eighth. Quickly into retirements though. Jeff Best retired 5 laps down. Salvez K finished 13 laps down, as did Ali. Kerbal and Grenier was 16 laps down, and Charles R. Lofton the second, unfortunately, was 17 laps down with that incident earlier on.
I think that is Americ Blom doing donuts at the start finish line with the rest of the boys just flashing their lights.
Beautiful. This is beautiful. Mercy VEC, for a second season you have provided competition, entertainment, and some fantastic racing on a Sunday night, and also elsewhere during the series for everybody. It's fantastic to see you once again continue with this series. And of course, in 2 weeks' time, some of these drivers will be around in a 12-hour charity race with HPDs and GT1s for Macmillan Cancer at Daytona, live on Raidillon TV. Information will be provided at a later date, so it'd be great to see these guys one more time. Well, not one more time, we'll still be seeing them, but of course that'll be one to keep an eye out for. But of course, week 13 next week, and I hear rumors of some fun races for the GT1 community, but that's all I hear.
Some rumors. Thank you very much, guys. The drivers of the day go to every single person that participated today. It's been a pleasure, and we will continue to broadcast into Season 1 2021. But that is for next week. So if you enjoyed what you've seen, consider becoming a member of the YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. I am indeed. Like and subscribe our Facebook page, our YouTube, our Twitter. Follow us on Twitter, actually. I know I haven't really done much with it, but we'll brush that aside. But what else have I missed?
Well, I'll tell you what else you've missed, because there may be no official racing next week, but there's something major next week on Saturday night.
On Saturday night? Yes, exactly.
10 p.m. GMT. The major series, the playoffs for the sportsman tier, live on Raidillon TV, and we will be bringing you all that coverage for those 2 hours. 3 fantastic races that is what we're basically hyping up for next week, because iRacing hypes everything else up for week 13. We don't need to. Simply put. So I think, Rob, you've done the shilling. You've said thank you to everybody. I'll say mercy and thank you to everybody who has been there all season, not just for the Fanatec GT Challenge, but everyone else. For one last time, Rob, I have been Craig.
And I have been Robert.
And this is Raidillon TV, the only corner you need.